right, a little bit of acceleration. Hey guys, it's Glenn from Glenn's Car Collection, and I'm in the 2024 Civic Type R, courtesy of Honda. I drove this this exact car about a month ago out of state. You probably saw the first drive video already if you follow the channel. Honda was nice enough to give me this car in my driveway in New Jersey for a whole week. So let's go over the car and then we'll take it for a spirited drive. So the first thing we're going to do, just like the S2000, is we have this start button over here. I believe the S2000 was the first production car with a start button. So this car only comes in manual, a nice shifting 6-speed, more on that later. So we're going to put it in neutral to start the car. All right, it's about 95 degrees while I'm filming this, so we might have to have the air on a little bit. I'm sorry, because it's hot in here. What I love about this car is no sunroof. Very practical car, big back seat. I'm 6 feet tall, can easily sit behind myself. Big trunk, can easily fit my hockey bag. For you golfers, you could probably even fit 2 golf bags. First, let's we'll put it in reverse. So you got a good backup camera. It almost reminds me of a GoPro because it's such a wide view. We can go through the apps here and get Apple CarPlay. We have gauges here, water temp. I drove to this location. That's cool. Now, it does show us a white car, and we're in a red car. Like BMW would show you the color of the car. But let's see, we have data log here. We can see everything. Oh, wow. So we can do a lot of things here. See, this is what happens when you have the car for 7 days instead of 30 minutes. You can do a lot more. All right. So let's see. We're going to go to the home screen. There's even a G meter. There we go. That's cool. Now, this car is about $45,800 as equipped. They're pretty much about the same price, $46,300, somewhere in that range. So it's really a matter of finding and picking out your color. You do have Apple CarPlay. We have different display modes here. And we'll get to Apple CarPlay in a second. Very simple HVAC controls, which are fantastic. There's no low button, I think. Oh, there is a low. Okay, so it was a hot day. Now here's your vents. You can move them and they work pretty well. It's not the most powerful air conditioning, but it's been really hot here. You have wireless charging. What I like is you still have a USB that you can plug in, not the USB-Cs. And again, wireless charger. You do have to take your case off. I have a thick case on my phone. I have, the Pro Max 14, so I have to take that off to charge it. And then if you radar detector, whatever accessory, you have a power outlet here. A lot of cars don't have that anymore, so that's very important. Now, drive mode, it seems to me that it's starting in sport mode, so let me see. If we press the button up here, so up goes into sport or individual, down will go into comfort. So if I press the button up here, we're in individual. Yeah, so it's actually starting in sport. That's so cool. We'll push this down, and then you'll see we're in comfort mode. Comfort mode isn't the most comfortable, so it's not like a Lexus or a Camry or something like that. So I would say it's not that comfortable, but you got to know what you're getting into. This is a car that you can also take to the track. What we can do is we're going to drive in R mode. We go in R mode, the whole instrumentation changes, and now it's like a Formula One car, or to me like an S2000 with a digital tachometer. And the great thing is that you have all your temperatures here, so if you want to drive hard, you know, your oil pressure, water temperature, and oil temperature, everything is right there. All right, so this steering wheel is like a perfect size. I love this steering wheel. I love this car. The materials are, for the price, I think it's fantastic. You got soft touch materials here, everything you need as far as the windows. You have volume control. You can, you have your lane keeping, all the stuff that you need here. And electronic parking brake. I would really love to have the manual parking brake, but I guess no car has that. And you know, in New Jersey, if you have teenagers, to take your driver's license test for the safety of the person next to you that works for DMV, you have to have a manual parking brake. If you don't have a car that has one, say you own this car, you would have to rent one. So you have the parking brake up and down, and you also have a hold if you are on a hill. So very easy to drive stick. It actually rep matches for you in the standard settings, and you won't roll back on hills, so very easy to drive. So let's take it for a spirited drive. All right, setting off in the Honda Civic Type R. Now, I was so excited. I waited for about a month to get this car for a week, and I couldn't wait to get it. We got some traffic coming up here. let this guy go because he's accelerating so we don't go in front of him. All right, so we're going to start out in comfort mode. Now, this is a stiff ride. If you're looking, depends where you're coming from. If you're coming from like a Camry and a quarter regular Civic, this car is real stiff, even in comfort mode, as you'll see on the bumps that we're going over here. Now, these roads aren't the best, but if I had this as a daily driver, I would have to contend with these bumps on a daily basis. I'm filming this on a Friday afternoon, so people are coming home from work. It's about 5 o'clock. I was trying to do the B-roll before the rain came. The rain didn't come, so might have to drive in a little traffic here. Now, it's front-wheel drive, so I prefer rear drive. I love rear drive manual cars. So this is a front-wheel drive. If you're used to front-wheel drive cars, I think this is the ultimate front-wheel drive. There is torque steer, which you'll see, but the more you like front-wheel drive, I think, or the more you're used to it, the more you'll like this car. If you're a rear drive only guy or girl and you've never driven front-wheel drive, this might not be the car for you. But it's definitely a car for me, and I've only owned one front-wheel drive car in my life. It was a Mini Cooper S, the R53, the original BMW version, a 2003 model, and I love that car. It was great. So this is better than that, but I know many of you are probably going to want rear drive. All right, so we're going to start out in comfort mode. Thank you for letting me go. Do a little acceleration in comfort mode. And you got those tack lights here. I don't know if you can see that with the GoPro. Now, I feel like you have to be in R mode to get the full acceleration. That's what it feels like to me. Watch out, bird. All right, so when we get up to the turn, so this is comfort mode. It's still a little bumpy. It's still a stiff ride. What this has, we have a video coming of the Type S Acura Integra, and that I would say is about 10 to 20% softer. So for a lot of you, if you're commuting to work, driving your kids around, significant other, you may want to have that car for the smoother suspension. I believe there's a software mod for this car that smooths it out a little bit. And if it is, it's best of both worlds, because this is about $10,000 cheaper, roughly, than the Integra Type S. All right, so now we're going to go into sport mode. We started out in comfort. We get the sport on the screen here, just like my Acura RDX does. And this is a sweet shifting manual transmission. I think this is probably one of the best shifting manual transmissions on the market today. Now, we recently did the 2025 Z4 convertible with a manual, which I think may come from the Supra, and that's a fantastic manual too, but you can't beat the Civic Type R manual. That's, I think, one of the reasons you buy this car. And the great news is any Civic Type R you look at that's for sale is going to have a manual transmission, so you don't have to worry about a dual clutch or a torque converter or automatic. It only comes in manual. It only comes in 3 pedals. So this is a great reason to drive stick. I have friends that belong to a club that we drive with, and a couple of them bought this car, and it was their first stick shift car ever, and they were able to do it, and they love it. So I highly recommend, even if you've never driven stick before. So it doesn't roll back on hills, and it rev matches for you, so it took the hardest things out for a stick shift car. Now that's that car doing the rev matching. When I first got this, I'm so used to rev matching my older cars. None of my cars have rev matching. So I was trying to do it for it, and I'm like, wait a minute, this car has it. So what's good is right now we have a BMW F80 in front of us, and that car used is probably around $45,000, and you can get it with a dual clutch transmission or a manual, or you could get this car new. So which would you rather have? But let me know in the comments, would you take this car new for about $46,000 or use one of those in a manual or dual clutch? All right, so now for these turns, we'll put it in R mode. All right, now I feel, still got the rev matching in R mode. I still feel like I get the most power when I'm in R mode. So I don't know if that gives me a little bit of a boost or it's just a more sensitive throttle, but you could really accelerate with this car. Got a little bumpy there, so it is stiff in R mode, and the throttle is hypersensitive. So you see we got that. where I can feather the throttle into that turn in sport mode, no problem. R mode is way more sensitive. So now you see how much we're bouncing around in this mode. So I'm going to take it out of R. But what's great about it is you just have to press a button. So you can go to R mode anytime you want. If there's just a set of turns you want to do or just accelerate on the highway, it's so easy to get into R mode. Where I remember my McLaren, the 570S, you had to turn the stuff, and not only turn the stuff, then press activate. Here, press a button, you're in it. Press a button, again, you're out of it. So it's really perfect for the enthusiast. It would be great if it was like Porsche where they put on the steering wheel. That'd be even better, because I don't have to take my eyes off the road and kind of feel around. But I have a feeling that, you know, you own this car, it'll become second nature where to put your hand. So now we're behind some traffic. We're just going to dip down and go back into comfort mode. So now there's a little bit of delay in the throttle. Nothing happens for maybe that first inch or half an inch. Now, when you get a press car like this, Honda gives you a full tank of gas. That's how they deliver it. And I'm almost through the tank already. That's how much I've been driving this car. I think I've been averaging about 18 miles to the gallon, which is not bad considering the fun we're having driving it. And I love this car. I've driven it every single day I've had it. Luckily, the rain held out so I can make this video, and I'll drive it for a couple more days before it goes back. All right, so what we'll do is we'll try those very turns again, and this time we're going to try it in R mode. And all right, so it's louder. We got the Formula One lights. I feel like the car accelerates so much faster in R mode than it does in comfort or sport. Now, see, it is bouncing around a little bit. This is probably a good racetrack mode and not the best for New Jersey's rough roads. Now, when I drive these same roads in my other Hondas and Acuras, the NSX, the S2000, the RDX, it's a much smoother experience. So that just gives you an idea how stiff this suspension actually is. So now we'll have a tight right turn, that'll go to a left-right switchback, and then we'll take it out at R mode after that. So it's easy to downshift because I don't have to rev match. And now we're going to watch this fan. I can already see him cutting the turn. All right. And then this is just a blast. I would love to take this car out on the track. And I know I drove this when the original version came out, or the last version, years ago. And I know I did a review of my friend's car. I can't remember if I drove one of these on the track. And why I can't remember, because I have 1,100 videos now on YouTube. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. Just type in Glenn's Car Collection in the search box, and you name a car, I've driven it. All right, and I do shorts. So one full video Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and then shorts Tuesday through Sunday. So now you have Glenn's Car Collection for free 7 days a week. All right, so now we're gonna ride this into sport mode. No. Oh my. Come on, what are you doing? This person didn't even look. They went right in front of us. Oh my God. So, well, you know what? We'll go this way where there's no traffic, drive in sport mode. Now, here the road gets smoother. This road was just paved, and you see how much smoother the car is right now. That just shows you what a difference smooth roads make. And here's even smoother roads now. And now, even in sport mode, it's much more livable. And if we put it in comfort, it's really livable. It's like a nice Sunday drive right now. So that's something. I think this is the perfect weekend car. I don't know if this would be my daily. If I had kids or took my significant other on a date night, this probably would not be my first choice. I would probably go Acura. But, you know, if you're young or you're coming from a stiff car like a Lotus Exige like I had, you know, this could definitely be the perfect daily driver. For me, it's probably the perfect weekend car. All right, a little bit of acceleration. Now, this car is very low to the ground. If you have a steep driveway, you're going to have a problem with this car. If they're paving roads near you, you're going to have a problem with this car. So something to think about. But let me tell you, I love this car. The more I drive it, the more I love it. And what I love about it is you get so much value for the price. So let's just call it $46,000 for argument's sake. Name a car that's more fun than this for $46,000, brand new, with a warranty. Now, you could say, well, I can name a used car. There's a million used cars that get $46,000 that are better, maybe. But you know what? A used Honda Civic Type R is probably $46,000 too. And why? Because dealers still want over sticker. There are some dealers that will sell you one at sticker price. But unless you bought like very, very recently, you probably paid over sticker to get one. So these are cars that are going to hold their value. They're going to be probably, 5 years from now, they're going to be $35,000 cars. So if you get one for $45,000, see how it's rough on the roads here? If you're going to get one new, if you can get one for sticker or very close to it, like $1,000 or $2,000 over, I mean, what's your depreciation? $2,000 a year? Say it's worth $35,000 in 10 years. And this is the kind of car that you don't have to worry about trading into a dealer for $5,000 less. There's always going to be somebody looking to buy this car, so you could sell this privately, no problem, as long as you didn't mod it too much and you have a clean Carfax and original paint and that kind of stuff. But if you bought one of these cars and you want to put it for sale, you can get market price for it, no problem, whatever that market price is. All right, so this is the video. I hope you liked it. We have more shorts coming up on this car if you love it. Thanks again for Honda for giving me this car for a whole week. I hope to do more videos for you. And thanks again for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and look out for those shorts. We'll have a lot of shorts coming up in the next couple weeks, so make sure you hit that subscribe button of this very Civic Type R. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. We could have Apple CarPlay override it. Where are the apps here? What am I doing wrong? Nope. All right, I did something wrong. You do have Apple CarPlay. We have different display modes here, and we'll get to Apple CarPlay in a second. All right, so one thing I wanted to show you, I did figure out, you just go through this, and then you could get to Apple CarPlay. Oh, am I still doing it wrong? I'm still doing it wrong. Why is there no Apple CarPlay?